morning, or I think it's afternoon. Me and my little helper are up at the garden, and I think I might have shown you a video a couple weeks ago. It was a disaster, but we're working on cleaning it up, and let me show you what we've done. Okay, so we've got to clean out the inside. It's a disaster, but we've gotten a little bit of it done. We just kind of threw junk in here after last summer. That's some stuff that's some of my daughter's storage, but that needs cleaned up. And right now, Miss Tegan is adding a little dirt to these pots in the front. They need a little bit more. That's rosemary. I need to cut that back. And I think that is German chamomile right there. I'm not real sure. I need to find out. And then I will put another herb there. And then those are her flower baskets that we need to clean up and get some stuff in there. And they hang all around the garden. And that tire has some perennials in it. We've topped all these tires off so there's not you don't want to leave an empty space under here because that's a good place for snakes to hide. So, those are weeds we've cleaned out of the pathways in the garden.
I watered these plants.
Good, thank you, buddy. There was, a couple of weeks ago, I put that little swimming pool in here so the wind wouldn't blow it off, and it filled full of water. So that's still drying out right there where I emptied that out in the rain. So, I've pulled a lot of the weeds that came up in the middle, and I'm in the process of putting down cardboard, and then mulch goes on top of that. And that's the mulch and compost pile right over there. I went to get new compost Saturday, but they're closed down because of the virus, so we're just gonna make do with what we have.
Are these plants?
And then, yes, I think that's German chamomile too. We'll use those for tea and herbs. And we've cleaned out the beds. They're gonna need topped off, and I'm gonna mix Pro Mix in with it. And this, if you didn't see it last year, this is my trellis system. I've got these little hooks on here. There we go, those little hooks. And then I've got this 2x4 at the top, and I just wind twine over that and through those hooks, and that makes the trellis. I had tomatoes there last year, but I'm gonna move them somewhere else. And so all of this needs more compost and potting mix added to it. These are perennials. I believe I've got sage over here and thyme right there. And I believe those are the German chamomile too. And I am not sure what that is. It could be a weed, but we'll see. And another trellis system over here. And then another one over here. And I think I'm not sure what I'm putting there. I had cucumbers there last year. And then this bed still needs filled. There are some weeds in it that need pulled out. That is catnip. Oh, that's pretty, honey. But it hasn't been filled and used because it's right next to the shed and it'll get a lot of water runoff. So I'm hoping I can get some help and get the gutter put up there. I've already bought it. It's on the other side of the shed. It needs put up. And then I can fill that in, and that is going to be corn and tomatoes along there. I think I'm going to do maybe 14 tomato plants, and then maybe 50 corn plants. So we're getting close. And then this is one of these is peppermint, one is spearmint, and this in the middle is catnip, which was growing all over the inside of the garden, especially all along there. It was a mess. Catnip is real good. It has really good medicinal purposes. It's very relaxing. It'll help you sleep.
Look at me.
Girl, you better be careful. And but it's also good, and I've potted some up over here. It's also good for keeping away mosquitoes, flies, and ticks. And this is all still real wet. I'm going to try to let that dry out a little bit all day tomorrow, and then I'll put down cardboard and mulch. And then tomorrow, the Lord willing, I'm going to build a 6-foot long potting table and put it right there on the outside of the garden, and then have a trash can down at the end of it. And over here, I would like to put, build another bed. And that's why this here, these old trees, those are going to be inside of the bed. And that's what we have in smaller pieces all throughout all of these beds. I think it's called the hugelkultur method. It's where you build deep beds, and then in the bottom of it you put old trees and leaves and things like that, and it breaks down and enriches the soil. So it's a good filler too if you have pretty deep beds. So we're going to put another bed there and add corn, and then that's the sweet potato things right there, buckets, and we're going to move that over somewhere else. So that's where we all are today. It took me about 8 hours to get all that cleaned up, and I did it 2 hours one day, rested the next day, and another 2 hours the next day. So I have to do it in phases. So we will update you some more. Oh, we've got to finish painting all of that too. I think Tegan and Ellie and Miss Megan will help me do that. So that's our progress right now. We will update you sometime next week. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.